cash flow issues. She can't afford to retire, can she, and see out her days in leisure. Is there still a chance that she could do a tell-all book, Fergie, My Story, and make millions?
I think there's every chance because her children's books have been stripped from the shelves. They're due to be out.
The House of York is facing yet another problem. As soon as King Charles' a new Fergie bombshell is allegedly on the way, despite the fact that the storm appears to have subsided, it may be extremely detrimental to the monarchy, according to royal insiders. What Sarah Ferguson does next could make all the difference. Additionally, the palace is preparing for the impact. Now let's get started. There is no indication that the scandal between Sarah Ferguson and her ex-husband, the former Prince Andrew, will end. What began as mild murmurs has now escalated into a royal headache. Both of them were revealed in startling correspondence with Jeffrey Epstein through leaked emails. Windsor was stunned by the announcement that followed. Andrew is being ejected from Royal Lodge and will no longer be referred to as a prince.
Ferguson, the Duchess of York, has been dropped from several charities after a leaked email showed her apologising to disgraced financier Jeffrey Epstein.
Well, Sarah, the bombshell email was reportedly sent to Jeffrey Epstein in 2011 and shows Sarah Ferguson apologising for linking him to pedophilia.
Sarah has also been instructed to pack up. According to reports, she is looking for a new residence and has been adamantly informed that she will not be moving in with Andrew on the Sandringham estate. It appears that the royal fairy tale has completely collapsed after years of cohabitation. This is where things start to get risky. A new Fergie memoirs might be extremely detrimental to the monarchy, according to royal analyst Richard Fitzwilliams. If she ever did, it could be very harmful, he said to GB News. Any book written by an insider is dangerous, because the entire purpose of an autobiography is to be trusted. And I believe there would be significant issues with believing anything she stated aside from verifiable facts.
Along with Virginia's allegation of trafficking, Andrew Lowney, who has written the royals' unauthorised biography, claims to have laid bare other potential crimes, almost all driven by Andrew's hunger for cash.
The message is unambiguous. Fergie might start a chain reaction if she publishes her own account of what happened. Just when King Charles is attempting to stabilize the throne, a tell-all book might send the palace back into disarray. Fergie has never hesitated to share her experience. She has shaped her public persona through writing, from her books to her first autobiography. But this time is different. Her residence, title, and royal privileges have all been taken away from her. And she's doing all of this while being closely watched. This could be her chance to finally speak without fear, without censors, and without the palace controlling the story if she is genuinely prepared to break away from the family. However, is Fergie's word even reliable? Remember those emails, please.
For Sarah Ferguson and the girls. After the bombshell announcement that the king had stripped Andrew of his remaining titles and took the unprecedented step of de-princing him, many have asked what will happen.
For in 2011, Fergie referred to Jeffrey Epstein as an unwavering, giving, and best friend. When that was revealed, her team asserted that she had merely said it in response to a threat. However, additional correspondence has surfaced, and it presents an unfavorable image. According to other accounts, Andrew even lied about ending his relationship with Epstein, which allegedly led King Charles to eventually deprive him of all remaining titles. Both Andrew and Sarah have since lost almost everything that connected them to royal status. A new threat is developing as the Yorks attempt to move on. Some sources question whether King Charles's extreme actions and his stern statement from last week were brought on by the storm that was building.
That's it then, for Fergie, do you think? Is that the last that we will see of her in public life, at least?
Well, no, I think never say never with Fergie. She's a great survivor. She will quietly do things under the radar. I mean, there are plenty of people, particularly in places like China or the Middle East, who are quite happy to associate.
Republic. The pro-RE Republic campaign group said it is thinking of filing a private lawsuit against Andrew for alleged wrongdoing and power abuse. Graham Smith, their CEO, didn't hold back. The fact that we have to use private prosecution is a sad indictment. The law ought to treat royals equally. For many, Andrew and Sarah now stand for everything the monarchy doesn't want to be connected to. So that statement struck a chord. Money, entitlement, and scandal. The atmosphere inside Buckingham Palace is said to be gloomy. The message to the Yorks is clear. King Charles has been under pressure to move quickly. It's enough. Sarah has subtly removed her Duchess title from her social media accounts and replaced it with statements like bravery, honesty, and rejuvenation.
Been a steady but sustained stream of charities who've removed Sarah Ferguson or publicly distanced themselves from her. There's now 6 in total. The Duchess of York was last publicly seen a week ago going to the funeral of the Duchess of Kent here with her ex-husband.
According to royal aides, she is getting ready to start over. However, how is the question? The palace may soon encounter its most unpredictable tempest to date if she is preparing a tell-all. What will happen to Sarah Ferguson next? According to people close to her, she is committed to starting over on her own terms. According to reports, she is looking for book agreements, new business endeavors, and perhaps media appearances that would signify her complete separation from royal life. According to some insiders, she has already had private discussions with significant US and UK publishers. Others claim that after decades of scandal, she is thinking about making an unvarnished, intimate documentary that will reveal the true Sarah Ferguson. The royal family would suffer greatly as a result of this explosive situation.
This week or next week, I think. That was her latest money-making scheme, another set of children's books. Obviously, they're not going to come out now, so I think she'll write another autobiography. The problem is she's done many of those. She's done many Oprahs. There's nothing really we don't know about Fergie. You know, she's pretty an open.
There are even rumors that she would move overseas, perhaps to the Middle East or Europe, where she has long maintained personal ties. And if that occurs, it might be the end of her royal tale, the one in which she permanently departs Britain, free from both the palace's protection and its authority. In any case, what she does next could determine whether she is regarded as the lady who further destabilized the monarchy or as the royal rebel who rose once more. What about Andrew, too? The man who was formerly known as the Spare's Spare now lacks a title, a public position, and a place to live. It is understood that he has been granted weeks, not months, to leave Royal Lodge. Andrew is supposed to relocate into a smaller house on the Sandringham grounds after the home is returned to the Crown Estate, but he is allegedly resisting behind the scenes. According to insiders, he has been quietly negotiating for additional time, delaying renovations, and stalling.
For the Duchess of York claims she only sent the note because Jeffrey Epstein was threatening to sue her for defamation. At least 6 charities have now cut ties with Sarah Ferguson, including one she has been a patron.
Aware that the final vestige of his royal status vanishes as he exits Royal Lodge. The world is still talking about him, even though he might be hidden behind closed doors. Further disclosed emails, legal challenges, and fresh information about his finances might all lead to further investigation. According to some sources, he has become more reclusive, shunning family get-togethers and spending hours alone. Some claim he is obstinate, believes he has been treated unfairly, and is discreetly planning a personal return through private commercial endeavors. However, the truth is harsh. The king is no longer patient. The countdown to Andrew's complete ouster is well underway, and he is currently living on borrowed royal time. It's getting more and more obvious that even Fergie has had enough of Andrew. She insisted they were the happiest divorced couple in the world and supported him for years despite scandal after controversy. However, it appears that allegiance has vanished. According to reports, she doesn't want anything to do with him, emotionally, financially, or professionally. According to friends, the split is more than just symbolic. It's tactical. She has had enough of his shame dragging her down. Additionally, palace insiders worry that she won't hesitate to entirely separate herself if the ideal publishing or media arrangement comes around, even if it means putting Andrew under the bus in order to protect her personal reputation. And that's precisely what makes a prospective tell-all so risky. A lady with lots of secrets to sell and nothing left to lose. There may be little chance for the former Duke of York to return to public life if new disclosures emerge, as history indicates they typically do. What do you think, then? Will Sarah Ferguson take a chance and share her story? Or will the palace find a way to reintegrate her before it's too late and preserve their reputation? Tell me in the comments section below. To ensure you don't miss the next royal family update, remember to like, subscribe, and enable notifications.